Mastodon Preview. I'm Pat Teedy. It's been a successful week at IPFW with men's volleyball, baseball, and softball all having solid weeks. We'll start with the baseball team, who started off with Friday's split with South Dakota State, including a 1-0 win in the first game of the doubleheader. The Dons followed that up with a similar performance on Sunday, defeating North Dakota State's ace pitcher in a 4-3 pitchers duel. The next game didn't go IPFW's way, losing 6-4, but as a rule, the team has excelled in close games this season, something Coach Bobby Pierce believes is extremely important.
Where you want to go and be where you want to be, you're going to have to win close games and get comfortable playing games that are tight and going to be determined by one play.
Do you feel like this team is progressing day in and day out?
I did. Offensively, we've had a lot better at bats throughout this weekend, and we faced the two top arms, at least from an ERA and strikeout and stuff standpoint, and we beat them. So, yeah, we are getting better.
Another team that continues to improve, the softball team has won its last 9 games and hasn't lost since a home game against Concordia back on April 7th. This week, the Mastodons traveled to Rochester, Michigan, and swept Oakland, outscoring the Grizzlies 12-2 over the 3 games. Next up for the Dons is this weekend's 3-game set versus North Dakota State as IPFW attempts to build on that winning streak. The men's volleyball team is looking to start a winning streak, and at the right time. IPFW heads into the MIVA tournament coming off one of its biggest wins of the season, as last week the Dons knocked off the conference's top team, Lewis. Saturday conference play gets started in Muncie and against a familiar foe, Ball State. The Dons split the season series, winning against the Cardinals in Muncie, but falling at home at the Gates Center. There's no doubt with the wins IPFW has this season, the coach, Arnie Ball, believes his team can make a run in the MIVA tournament.
We've beaten all 4 of the top teams in the conference. George, we've beaten some really good teams. There's no reason we can't play like that.
Does that give this team just an incredible amount of confidence as you head into that tournament?
Well, if that doesn't, we aren't going to have any. I mean, that's certainly beating good teams, and I think Lewis is a very good team, gives you a lot of confidence.
What is it going to take to keep this kind of performance going?
Just got to play like that. I mean, we'll take a couple days off so we can rest a little bit. Of course, it's been a long season, and hopefully they'll have the same kind of attitude when we play next week that they did tonight.
As for tennis, both the men's and women's teams preparing for the Summit League tournament in Fort Wayne, and the women are building on an impressive streak of 15 consecutive victories. That tournament begins on Friday, April 26th, while the men's team still has 2 conference matches to go this weekend in Macomb, Illinois, before it plays its conference tournament that same weekend in Fort Wayne. As for upcoming events, the softball team faces North Dakota State this weekend in Fort Wayne, including a game on Saturday, April 20th at noon, right here at IPFW Softball Field. As for baseball, the Dons' next home game will be on Friday, April 26th, as IPFW faces Western Illinois at Mastodon Field. The first pitch will be thrown at 3:00 p.m. Then the next day, a doubleheader against the Leathernecks at the same place. Those pair of games will get underway at noon. That weekend, the Tennis Summit League Championships will be played as well for both the men and the women Friday, April 26th and 27th at Kachmann Tennis Center, providing the weather holds out. As for men's volleyball, the Dons start the MIVA tournament on the road this Saturday at Ball State, but could possibly play another home game the following weekend if they win and second-seeded Loyola were to lose to the 7-seed Quincy. Thanks for tuning into the Mastodon Preview. We hope to see you at all the games in Fort Wayne. Have a great day.